4 episodes in season 8. I'm going to blatantly say this as a super fan who has watched the entire series three times. Okay. 6 is not enough. And I know you always want to leave your fans wanting more. Breaking Bad did it. The Sopranos did it.
Yep.
I think everybody has. Usually the show that goes out kind of whimpering, like Lost. I was talking to you about the show Lost before and how much I really enjoyed it. But it really, kind of, when you get a end game, it's more, the writers feel like they have more say in what they do. And they did. They have an end game here. Season 8, 6 episodes. 6 episodes is not enough to do what they're asking them to do.
No, even if they're 80-minute episodes like the last few have been, that's still not enough. Like, this world is so big. There's so many characters. There's so much backstory, front story, side story. Like, this could have went on for, I think, 2 more seasons, and it would have been enough. We all would have been satisfied. It wouldn't have felt rushed. You wouldn't have the space-time continuum questions that we're all having. Like, man, how did they get up there so fast? How did Bronn just walk into Winterfell with a crossbow and no one noticed him?
Right, yeah. He's just like, has the invisibility cloak? Have they entered Harry Potter's world or something like that as well?
Yeah, exactly.
And they've pandered to the fan base, which I'm not going to say is a bad thing. I'm not. I think that it's all about your fans, right? This show has fans. Everybody has a fan base. But they indiscriminately murdered their lead actor and character in episode 9 of the first season. Spoiler alert, everybody out there who hasn't seen.
Spoiler alert.
Right? Ned Stark gets his head chopped off in episode 9, right? So when that attack happened in the Battle of Winterfell, the Long Night, when the White Walkers rolled through the Dothraki and were at the gates, and Tormund, Jaime Lannister, Brienne of Tarth, Sir Brienne of Tarth, Samwell Tarly are all there at the forefront, right? And you watch them roll over. They all should have died in that moment.
Yeah. There's no way they should have survived that.
There's no way they should have survived it. Then, this last episode, you didn't have to spend half the time. You didn't have to spend the time Jon saying goodbye to Sam. You didn't have to spend the time of Brienne and Jaime going through the awkward one-night stand and let's, we'll see you later. And then, I do kind of like the Gendry Arya part, but I will like this. Chris Long used a great analogy in that Arya's like the Kobe Bryant or the Michael Jordan. No matter what, after a big win, they're in the gym, working it out, getting the shots in. Everybody else is celebrating, having a good time. Gendry comes in.
She's down there shooting arrows.
Right. Gendry comes in and is like, hey, you won the big game, but, I'm just, I'm coming along for the ride. They're going to give me a castle. You can come spend it with me.
Got a good 5-year deal.
Yeah, we got a good 5-year deal. And she just kind of uses the analogy and looks at him. She goes, yeah, I'm really working on my work right now.
It's not you, it's me.
It's not you. It's more about the work for me right now.
Yeah.
And there we go. Talk to me about the Hound and Arya going off on their own on the King's Trail. But what does that mean? What does that?
Well, so they spent a lot of time together a few seasons ago, as we know. The Hound got into it with Brienne, and Arya kind of left the Hound to die. But the Hound, as we know, has unfinished business, right? We need to have the Clegane Bowl. We need to have the Hound versus the Mountain. We need this. I don't know if it's fan service. I don't care. It's going to be awesome. This is what needs to happen for each of these characters.
But it's a no contest, right?
It's a no contest to which side?
The Mountain
Mountain seems to be an unstoppable force.
Right.
He's a zombie mountain. He got brought back from the dead after he crushed Oberyn's skull. And
which, by the way, is one of the greatest scenes in Game of Thrones.
Talk about, getting the rug swept out underneath you. We thought we had that one. The good guys. We're going to win one finally. But the Mountain is an unstoppable force. We saw, R.I.P. Missandei. We saw what he did last episode. Yes, the Mountain should be a heavy favorite going into the Clegane Bowl. But the Hound has had a nice redemption story. His character arc throughout this series, I've really enjoyed. And he's a character that I do really like. So I'm hoping that he can pull the upset.
He's kind of like the grumpy old man that sits in the balcony on the Muppets. Just kind of points out all the, don't you bring a cute girl over here to celebrate with me. I got my ale.
I got my big bottle.
I got my big ale here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he's going to do it? Oh, come on. We can't lose the Hound.
What do we got odds? We got odds on that, Brockman?
The Hound is a heavy favorite, I think.
It has to be.
On betting.
Has to be.
Just because he's the good guy.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.